Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the stream. I'm Robert from the El Magnifico Games channel and today we're going to begin a playthrough of Frostpunk. So you may be wondering why we're beginning a new playthrough of Frostpunk and not continuing the one from last time. And that's because in the intervening week I did get a chance, namely earlier today, to actually look up recommended strategies in Frostpunk, or, you know, tips and tricks, that sort of thing. And it seems that we weren't doing particularly well. I kind of suspected this already. That's why I left last stream, that is last Frostpunk stream, saying that I'll probably look some stuff up online. But yes, that appears to be the case, and there's several areas I've identified in which I need to improve. So, let's get into this new game. This is a brand new game in a new home scenario, which is the main story. So first things first, I need to pause. So the three main areas I've identified that I need to improve are: one, I need to be much faster with gathering resources. If we look on the calendar here, you can actually see when the temperature is going to change. And apparently it is possible to gather all the resources on the map before the temperature drops. Now, if you don't quite manage that, that's not the end of the world, but ideally you want to be close. By the time the temperature drops on day 4, you want to have most, if not all, of the resources gathered. Now, in our game, we were up to day 14, and I still hadn't gathered all the resources, so perhaps that gives some idea of how far behind we were. The second thing I need to improve is research, because apparently what I should have been doing is building at least 2 workshops, and ideally alternating between setting an emergency shift on one of them and then the other, because apparently as long as they get 1 day off of an emergency shift each, you're alternating 1 day on, 1 day off, the consequences aren't all that bad, but it does mean that you're constantly generating research 24/7. So again, I was almost certainly massively behind on the research. And the final area that I need to improve is in making a decision and following it through, or to put this in a slightly different way, I should be specialising more. I didn't fully appreciate how the game's tech works. I can't actually show you because we don't have any workshops down yet. We don't have a tech tree that I can bring up. But essentially, the game provides multiple ways to solve most problems, and at any one point in time, you want to be fully invested in one of them. Apparently, trying to mix and match solutions tends to be inefficient. And that's something I didn't appreciate. I assumed that it was more of a hierarchy where you start solving the problem with solution A, say gathering coal, then you go to the next tier, which is say a coal thumper, and then you'd go to the next tier, which would be, what's the I've forgotten the name of the next coal extraction device you would get. But anyway, apparently that's not quite how it works. Like, there's some truth to that, but as I say, at any one point in time you want to be focusing on one solution, and that will apparently lead to things like you not bothering to get certain research because it refers to tech that you're just not invested in. Anyway, I've talked enough. I should probably actually get into it. So the first things first, I want to construct, if I'm able to, 2 workshops. Right, that's going to be 10 steel, which is exactly what we have, and 30 wood, which is exactly what we have. So these don't need to be in the inner ring, so we'll put them out here. What is the thing we have? Oh, it's our stockpiles. That's what we have by default. Right, so both of those will be built. Now, if I advance time a tiny increment, then stop it. I don't know if I have to do that, but essentially, as I understand it, as long as builders have started building something, they will continue to do so even when they've been assigned to a new job. And so what we want to do here is we want to assign our workers to collecting resources as quickly as possible, but I want to make sure that the workshops get built first. So that's why we've done it that way. So we want 30 workers collecting wood, if we can. There's not actually much wood there, I've just noticed. That says 13%. Is that what that means? Current efficiency 13%. Huh. I don't know why efficiency will be 13%. Anyway. We also want coal, obviously. Coal's really, really important. So we're going to assign people to collecting coal. And the final 5 people we have will be put to work collecting steel. Right, so obviously we're going to want to move people around not long into the game, but this is our initial setup. If we're really, really lucky, by the time it's night, we'll have gathered enough wood to build enough tents to house everybody. I can't guarantee that's the case, but that's the ideal. Oh, another thing I learnt. A couple of things I learnt. First one is that you really, really want to put buildings... I suppose this is sort of obvious, but it's not something I was doing. You really, really want to put buildings that need the heat in the inner ring if you can. So things like housing, food preparation places, stuff like that. I guess what I'm getting at, you want to do zoning in this game, and I wasn't doing that much zoning before. So that's certainly something we're going to look into. And the other thing was... What was the final point I was going to make? Oh yeah, apparently -20 is a perfectly fine temperature for people to be about in at the start of the game, as long as it's daytime. So I should have been only turning the generator on at night during the first 4 days, which would have massively saved on coal. Anyway, so that's where we are. Let's set them going. What's this? Work is needed. There's much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way of addressing this problem is to put children to work. Oh, that's a very good point. I wasn't actually going to do that specifically, but the other thing I should have done and forgot to do was research emergency shift. Sign. Excellent. Because you want to be passing laws as soon as the cooldown ends, obviously. How are we doing? Loads of coal, not a lot of wood yet. Another thing I've heard is that apparently it's not advised to set the game to very fast. Apparently, too often you need to, I think we've read all that last time. Too often you want to stop and intervene based on things that have happened. So it's not advised to have the game set to very fast, just fast. Let me check quickly. How much... Oh, I don't see the efficiency anymore. That's a bit odd. How much wood are we actually going to... Oh, we've got the tech tree. Right. So the first thing we probably want to research is faster gathering. Right, so I'm already at a bit of an impasse. We have enough coal to start the generator, so I'll take some of the engineers off of gathering coal and I'll put them to work here. Excellent. And one of you is going to be put on an emergency shift. So we'll make that you. All discontent has gone up. Right, now tech. So yeah, faster gathering. I remember saying during last stream that, oh, I wish I'd known about faster gathering earlier in the game. That would have been so useful. Yeah, well, that's part of the trick of making sure you get all the resources gathered quickly enough. Oh yeah, I was looking up tents, wasn't I? I think we need 8 tents to house everybody, yes. And so for that we'd need 80 wood, which we don't have yet, but it shouldn't take long. I think What are we going to want to build tomorrow? Probably a cookhouse. Yeah. The following day I think we're going to build a cookhouse. And a medical outpost if we can manage it. That's another one that we want inside near the heater. Near the heater? Near the generator even. Oh, look at how quickly that research is. It's filling up. Then again, this is very early research. I'll tell you something I want to check. How does a gathering post work again? People working here gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates and steel wreckage. Okay. Yep, I know all about speeding up time. Because I don't have the extended work shift law yet, I don't think I can get that till tomorrow. I can't make people gather resources for longer, but that is something that I will want to do. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we send out. She urges you to hurry. That is actually something we want to research fairly early on. How do I check how much is left? Right, that's how much is left there. That's how much is left there. Okay. Right. So there is a question as to how soon we want to research. Oh, a bit boring to watch. I'm sorry to hear that, Entor. Well, I do hope to finish the main story at least once before I move on to another game, but do you have a suggestion for another game you'd like me to play during the Saturday slot? I think, like this war of mine, this game in theory could be completed fairly quickly if you knew what you were doing. Not really. I have genuinely wondered if I should do something a bit more mindless like Doom 2016 or something. I don't know if that would be more entertaining to watch. No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in the terrible cold. We'd better do something about it. I'll provide shelter for everyone. Shouldn't the focus be on the one that you enjoy most? I tend to think about it as more of a compromise, or more of a... I think there's a bit of back and forth. I think I need to find games which I find pleasant to play, but are also entertaining to watch. I don't see how this could work well otherwise. And I'd be perfectly happy to do a playthrough of Doom 2016. I just don't know if that's what people would like to see. Another game I was considering for the Saturday slot, perhaps this would be even more boring, perhaps not, I don't know, is possibly the original Civilization, the one that came out in 1991. I used to play a lot more retro games on this channel than I have been recently. So I'm perfect. I do like playing my old games. So I've got nothing against it on those grounds, and I've never actually played the original Civilization. I understand it's a bit different to the more recent ones. So that's another possibility. So that's two ideas I've had. I haven't settled on either yet. I did play a lot of the 1991 Civilization. A word of advice, the wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quicker solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix a problem your way, it's fine. Not that great to watch. Okay. Yeah. Although I like these slower games, like RimWorld, I do appreciate that Oh wait, is it night already? I'd better get those houses built before people start getting ill. What was I thinking? I do appreciate that they're perhaps not the most spectacular things to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Oh yeah, another thing I learned whilst looking this up online is that apparently you can build things at night in this game absolutely fine. Because you need to have engineers that aren't employed to do your building. That's how this game mechanic works. Unemployed engineers are your builders. But apparently, yeah, you can just do it at night and they don't care about the time of day. I think streamers who play those games, who make their streams entertaining to watch, are entertaining personalities. Oh, thank you, Entor. Or attractive women, but I think most successful streamers are more about that. More about what, sorry? Being entertaining. The heating is off. Good point. I need to turn that generator on before people get ill. And I probably want to turn overdrive on as well. Why can I not turn overdrive on? Do I need to unlock it? The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. You're not boring, but you don't stream often enough. Really? I stream 3 days a week, and you don't have that weird Twitch language like Kappa or whatever. That's true. How do I see the heat display? Right, overdrive is on. There we go. So everything is being adequately warmed right now. And then we turn this off in the morning. That's the idea. Oh my goodness me. Our research is complete and I haven't assigned anything else. I'm going to suggest probably Beacon next, and then we grab the next tier of resource acquisition stuff. What am I going to want to progress towards? I did write this down. Coal Thumper Steel Mill and wall drills. Okay, so Coal Thumper, Sawmill. Wait, that's wrong. Steel Mill. Right. Where's Steel Mill? Or is that like an upgrade to the steelworks? I don't see Steel Mill. So I'm going to say, presumably we're going to go with Coal Thumper, Steelworks, and Wall Drill, wherever Wall Drill is. There it is. That seems like a good idea to me. Sorry, I'm just double checking I haven't missed anything important here on this resource page. Because that's something else that I saw repeated over and over again in the advice I was looking up online. It's plan ahead. Actually think things through. Which, I mean, is kind of obvious, but on the other hand, if you don't know the game very well, how are you going to do that properly? Anyway, yeah, I think we'll get the beacon done early, in order that we can start sending scouting parties out and bringing additional people back. And then we'll rush the tech that we need so that we can transition over to producing our own resources as opposed to just gathering. That's my current thinking anyway. What's this? 20 homeless. Well, that's because those houses haven't been finished yet. And as you can see, we're still getting a lot of research done even at night, which is nice. And I have to admit, the discontent generated by the emergency shift is it is manageable. Right, so next we want extended shift. New shift length. You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. And we are going to do that. We're going to do it in specifically the places where we're gathering resources. Because again, the idea this time is if we can manage it, I can't promise we will, we're going to try and gather all the resources we can before we hit the cold weather on day 4. Perhaps that won't work, we'll just have to see. Oh, 3 sick. I think that's inevitable though. Because, I mean, they were all in very well heated houses overnight. I don't think I could have... I don't think I could have done anything which would have prevented that from happening. Right, so we're lacking resources now, I think. Yeah, we need to gather a bit more wood before I can grab the next bit of research, which is fine. Right, no one's working there. 15 people are working here. You get... No, not an emergency shift. What is the extended one? There we go. You get an extended shift. You get an extended shift. You get an extended shift. And to be honest, I can't be bothered for the one that only has 5 people working. Those two. Because people will be upset with me if I make them work those extra hours, but I don't think the extra resources we'd get for it would justify it. But those 3 we will have working longer shifts. So they should be starting... They should have started work already. So it's time I turned the generator off, so we're not wasting coal. Hey Stray Blaze, lovely to see you. Generator's doing fine. I read online that apparently for the first 4 days, it's warm enough during the day that you don't need the generator on, you only need to turn it on at night. So that's the policy I'm going by here.
Move. Time to get to work.
So what did I say I was going to build today? A cookhouse, a medical post. Actually, it would make more sense to do the building at night, wouldn't it? As long as I have enough of the resources left. Then again, what are they going to eat today? It's a problem. Can I do any research? I can do research. What am I going to want first? I guess Coal Thumper? I don't think it makes that big a difference. Ah, it's your emergency shift today, isn't it? And it'll be your emergency shift the next day. I've lost once to messing with the generator's overdrive. Oh, you mean letting it explode? Yeah, the stuff I read seemed to suggest only have it on at night for the first 4 days, but have overdrive on to keep them very warm. I may as well put the buildings down right now, because if all the engineers are at work, presumably they're not actually going to build anything. I'll tell you something else I need to research. Hothouse. That's going to be a big one. I think I'd rather have the medical facility inside. If I had to choose between the cookhouse or the medical facility being really close to the generator, I think I'd take the medical facility, because people being... Because we want to make sure that people who are ill are kept warm. No adjacent street. Oh, that was it. I had to build streets, didn't I? I forgot about that. Where's the thingamabob to build a street? There we go. So presumably I can just... Oh, this is using up a lot more wood than I'd like. There we go. Now say I build that. Right, that's a lot of wood. But now we can build out to the next ring. At any point. Or we would be if the streets had been built. Okay, fine. Well, we'll worry about that later. How are these doing? Right, that one's nearly exhausted. That one's nearly exhausted. Is there any more wood? Yeah, there's some wood crates there and some wood crates there. How are the coal mines doing? I assume this one has loads of coal left, but this one, a fair amount of coal left. Oh my goodness, I may actually have to build more storage. Coal Thumper researched. Wonderful news. I'm kind of more concerned about making sure we get the wood than I am about making sure that we get the steel right now, because there's loads of steel that we haven't collected yet. So I will probably, well, as you've just seen, oh, I should have grabbed the hothouse, shouldn't I? I forgot. I was going to say, I'm going to get the next tier of tech and then we'll go for the wall drill. Where would hothouse be? It's technically food, isn't it? There, so I'd have to research that next tier anyway. Oh, hang on a minute. When you research the next tier of tech, does it count across all categories? That's very handy if so. Oh, I didn't realise that. Well, it was a bit of a more complex situation. Related more to promises and hope meter, but I'd rather watch you make mistakes on your own. So no more warnings. Yeah, we want to see him fail. Well, thanks, I guess. So I think I'm doing this right, in that I think once they finish their shifts, they'll start building stuff. Death of overwork. One of our people died suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. Huh. I was under the impression that you could get away with alternating emergency shifts. But this suggests otherwise. He's already doing fantastic with those coal poles being gathered at 30% efficiency. Okay, so it's supposed to be possible for me to gather them more efficiently then. Yes, Robert, true calling is killing. I don't know about that. I'm trying to figure out what I should do here. Well, I can't have people dying, can I? So I guess no more emergency shifts. I would like to find one more person to work there, though. One of our people just died. Sickness, accidents, and deadly cold will keep claiming lives in this harsh world. We need a way to dispose of a body. I'm not... Well, we're still on cooldown, aren't we? So I'll get to that when I get to it. Alright, let me have a look at this coal pile. You say it's at 30% efficiency. Oh, I see. 27. What is it that determines that, I wonder? What is it that determines that? Do I just need to build a gathering post near it? Is that what I'm missing? Huh, I don't know. The generator is off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't at least turn it on for the night. I'm going to turn it on for the night. I don't know when night formally begins, actually. I've watched last week's VOD, and I don't think you told us your cat's name. Boogle. Named after a video game character from a video game character from a game I've streamed, actually. I guess I'm shutting this down for now and moving the people into the medical outpost. It's from a game called Torrens Passage. No more research at night. Alright, if you're not gonna work at night, I am gonna make you work longer hours. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna do. We need more stuff built, don't we? We need a cookhouse built. That's a priority. Trying to line it up properly. I suppose it doesn't matter that much, does it? I'll put it there. What else was I thinking? Cookhouse. Was there anything else we needed built right now? Don't think so. Oh, arguably the beacon. But we don't have the steel for that yet, so that'll have to wait. Let's speed up the game a bit. Right, we need people working here. Why are there 30 available? They must have fully... Yeah, I think both of the wood piles have been fully fully gathered. Of the first two, of course, I mean. And that's the other two. Excellent. Oh, which reminds me. Long hours, long hours. And we don't need to keep people in the cookhouse all that long. Once the food has been turned into food rations, we can reassign those people back to gathering. What did the internet say about forcing children into work? I didn't actually look into it all that much. I got the impression that that is a favoured strategy of some players, but I didn't research it in all that much detail. I did see that child shelters were a good idea, though. Especially since you can then turn them into medic apprentices, which is apparently a really good idea. Because then the children are actually helping people recover from illness. I have to actually build those shelters, don't I? Where would it be? Child shelter. Oh, I don't have the wood. Never mind. Right, it's technically day, so I'm turning this off. So what's going on with the efficiency? It's at current efficiency 93%. At least that's what it says. Oh, blimey, they've nearly exhausted this coal pile. Oh, I didn't suggest longer hours in the cookhouse, did I? We probably don't need to. They just have to convert that raw food into food rations and we're fine.
The work shift starts.
I'm curious because I've read an interesting discussion about the topic when one politician admitted to sending children to the mines, in Frostpunk, of course. So this is a real-life politician that sent children to the mines in the game, I take it you mean. Do we have any unassigned? No. Drawing boards researched. Excellent. Yes, and it unlocks the next level of tech for everything. Good, that's what we wanted. So, hot houses. We definitely want hot houses. Then I'm going to be researching the wall driller, or whatever it's called, I've forgotten the name. So that we can transition off of gathering wood. Yeah, we're going to need that really early, aren't we? We're going to run out of wood long before we run out of steel or coal. Could I build more storage? Would that be here? Maybe I need to research it. Oh, it would be this. Resource depot. Okay. I'm just thinking we are, really filling up on coal, which is a complete turnaround from last stream. Last stream we were constantly wanting coal, barely getting by. Too bad there isn't a Mad Max game like this. Personally, I've never read any advice and always did my own thing, so I don't know what's optimal. Oh, they've nearly turned all the raw food into food rations, which is great news. Right, so I no longer need you there. I'm going to reassign you somewhere. That's steel. We don't need steel that desperately. Here, gather more wood. So what do we have left? A steel wreckage there, steel wreckage there. Obviously the steel wreckage here that we've been slowly getting through. Coal there. And coal up here. So we're a long way away from from having managed to gather all the resources before the weather gets cold. But on the other hand, we've done way better at gathering resources than we did in my first game and my second game. Oh, thank you, Zunas. Right, we've got the hothouse researched. What's a medical post upgrade? Thanks to improved tools and methods, people employed in medical posts will heal the sick 10% faster. That sounds well worth it, but the wall drill takes priority. Drills into the walls of our crater, uncovering trees that once formed a forest before the ice engulfed them. Provides up to 160 wood per standard workday. Yes. So we're going to be... Hang on, we're also going to need steam hubs, aren't we? I'm going to need steam hubs before I build that. Where's steam hub? There. Okay. So hopefully in the next day or two I'll be able to transition into... producing... resources as opposed to gathering them. Aside from steel, I guess there's no priority for coal either, is there? Not right now. I will have to do it eventually. It's just wood. Also, why are so many people hungry? Is that normal? Because we have food. It's not like we lack food. I assume I don't need people in the cookhouse for people to be able to eat, because the job of the cookhouse is to produce food rations from raw food, which we've done. Does that just normally happen over the course of the day, and then like at the end of the day when they get off their shift they all eat? They're at work still? They are at work still. I'm just checking that that's normal. I just...
Workday ends. It's time off.
Oh, that reminds me. When I reassigned people... Did I... Yes, I did remember to give them the longer work hours. Oh, that reminds me. I need to turn the generator on, don't I? But because we're about to hit the colder weather... I'm probably going to have to keep the generator on for good now. But I'll only have it on overdrive at night. Yes, now people aren't hungry anymore, so they're getting home from work and they're eating. So that is normal, and nothing to worry about. I am half tempted to give them an emergency shift. No, I'll resist. Oh, I can introduce a new law. Thank you for telling me. Medic apprentices. Education is the key to our future. Let's teach our children medicine so they can help with the sick. After introducing this law, another one can be passed. Yeah, we know that. Did I build that shelter for children? I'm not sure I did. I think I intended to, but never got around to it. Right, child shelter. I'll build another one now. We don't need another one now, but we will in the not too distant future. What else do we need? A beacon. We really want to go out exploring. We lack the steel, okay. Hot house. Hot house, hot house, hot house. We desperately need a hot house. Yes. Over here, I guess. Anything else? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else we desperately need right now. Steam cores. A word of advice, steam cores. We've just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. Or was that my only steam core? It was worth it for a hothouse, though, if that's what we spent it on. That's one steam core gone. Yeah, but it's a hothouse. We need it to produce food. I know there's also the hunters. You can go the hunting route, but when I was looking online, it sounded like, I don't know if hothouses were preferred, but they were. It sounded like people were using them a lot. Children cared for. The child shelter is ready and the children are safely inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their children. Hope rises. Hope's actually quite high. Let me look at the heat overlay. Could be better. So I was saying earlier about the fact that people from our convoy, with basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind, build a beacon, scout Frostland and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. We need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. We have 2 of them. I'm going to need to find people to work there. That's going to be problematic. What was I thinking? Yeah, so I was saying earlier about how specialising is apparently really encouraged. So for example, apparently people don't usually both increase the range of the generator and build steam hubs. Apparently they either specialise in one or the other, generally. I don't know if this is true. This is what was said in one of the articles I read. So we're probably going to go with steam hubs rather than increasing the range. Once it reaches 6 in the morning, I'm turning the overdrive off. Now we'll get to see how long my coal supplies will actually last. Yeah, the colder temperature's just about to hit us. We're about to go down to -40, I think. Right, I'm going to have to think hard about where people are employed. In fact, yeah, there's no, like, employment menu, is there? I can't just at a glance see where everybody is. So you're gathering wood, you're gathering wood. both wood piles are actually going to be exhausted very soon. Maybe I just wait for one of the wood piles to exhaust, and then I put those people into working in the hothouse.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Oh my goodness. A lot of tutorial information. Many buildings, such as the cookhouse and medical post, must be at least chilly or warmer inside to function. Place them in the heat zone around the generator or a steam hub, otherwise they could stop working when it gets colder. You should also research and turn on heaters. Was there a quick way I could turn on the temperature overlay? I've forgotten. Huh. I didn't know this menu existed. Interesting. Interesting. Right. By the way, I can't believe there's no thunderstorms this evening. I can actually watch stuff in peace. Oh dear, have you been having some pretty grotty weather recently? Can't remember how I would turn on the temperature overlay other than from here. Okay, yeah, things are pretty cold. That's gonna be a problem. Perhaps I can't afford to have it on overdrive the whole time. I guess I do have to research heaters. I'll just put up with it for now. That's how I do it quickly. I thought there was a way, I just forgotten how to do it. I may get in trouble for having people in very cold places, but I mean, what can I do right now? I hope I don't freeze to death on duty. Well, steam hub and heaters we need. Or do I just go with steam hub? We'll try just steam hub first of all, and if that doesn't work then I'll research heaters.
Work time. Get back to work.
I'm keeping a close eye on the sick. I want to see if it goes up, because I think people are actually working in very cold conditions, and I don't know how bad that is for them, especially if it's a place where they're meant to be gathering resources. I don't know if that's terrible or not. I suppose what I could do is build a gathering point nearby and put a steam hub next to that, maybe. I should probably make sure we have some more streets built, actually. Because it won't be long before I want to start expanding out further. Then again, I just said that 2 of these are going to exhaust in a moment. Low risk of falling ill, low risk of falling ill. Okay, it looks like it's fine for them to work in very cold conditions then, at least if they're not in a building. Oh, have they just exhausted it? Is that what's just happened? Looks like it. Right, so a bunch of you are working here now. I don't need anyone working in the cookhouse right now. Steel is becoming more important. So perhaps I put that remaining 5 into gathering steel? I think that sounds like a good idea. Lightning struck the town hall 2 weeks ago and all their computers died, so I can't say that stormy weather doesn't make me nervous. Oh my goodness. That's very suboptimal. What would it take for me to increase the... Oh, the power upgrade is what I would need. Maybe that's what I go with after the Steam Hub. I actually needed something from them. Oh dear. That is very unfortunate. I take it they didn't have a complete backup of all their information in some hard format then. Steam Hub researched. Wonderful. Power upgrade. Right, one thing I can probably do here then, I take it... Wait, where's the workforce that has just been freed up? Oh, it hasn't been yet, sorry. I got confused. It's about to be freed. Mild frostbite. A citizen became gravely ill. Steam Hub researched. Right, a bunch of workers have been freed up. In theory... Oh, hang on. Frostbite. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. We must do something. I see. Well, I will do something when I can. In fact, I am taking measures already to try and deal with this. What was I thinking? Where are the engineers working? Can I swap out some engineers for some ordinary people? No. Alright, that means no building until the evening. I definitely want the beacon, but we don't have the steel. I guess I make steel a priority then. I don't see what else I can do. Let's grab as much steel as we can while we can. How much does a steam hub cost? More steel than we can manage. Oh my goodness. I did not realise how expensive steam hubs were. I think this is going to be... I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with the cold for another 24 hours. So we'll end up going through another hot spell before then. What are my priorities? I really need to get that beacon built so we can start scouting and getting more resources that way. I guess I also need to get on with the wall drill before it's too late. But I'd need a steam core, which I don't have. Ah. That's actually quite serious. I used the steam core on the hothouse. How are we doing for food, actually? No food generated yet. It's too cold to produce anything. Okay. They still fixed it relatively quickly though. Do you have 2 workshops? I do have 2 workshops. Apparently that was advised. Alright, well if no one can work here right now, I may as well put you to work gathering more steel, because I know I'm going to need more steel. What else can I do? If I were to research a sawmill, I wasn't going to use a sawmill though. I guess I'd have to rush the beacon. But then, how long is it going to be until they bring back a steam core? No, I have to go for the sawmill. Contrary to my initial plans, I'm going to have to build a sawmill. I'll probably end up decommissioning it at some point. A note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. It was the right thing to do. I'm actually going to do the dangerous thing and put one of the workshops on an emergency shift. I need to get the power output of the generator up. That is so important right now. Oh, we've got enough steel for the beacon. That was quick. It's funny, when you put half your workforce on it, things actually happen. Beacon. Right. I guess I'll put it in tier 2. No, there's no point, is there? I say that because they don't have people permanently stationed there, do they? So it doesn't even have to be heated, I don't think. So I'll put it further out. Oh, we still have... Oh, something must have exhausted. Okay, that's why we have extra people. I take it extra people can't build if they're not engineers, can they? Oh, it looks like they can.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
If night's coming, it's about time I put this into overdrive. Oh, we've got the next power level. We definitely want that. In fact, I may not need to overdrive it depending upon how effective this is. Not that effective. Overdrive? Right, but the buildings that are further out are still going to need a steam hub built. Beacon built. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us, Frostland. I know I said it last time, but that is such a good idea to increase visibility, to use a balloon on some very substantial cables like that. Right, well, we're going to need to put together a scouting team. Oh, do we already have one? I'm a little confused. Ah. Excellent. So that's that job done. Well, let's hope they get a steam core back from it, because that would be very helpful. We should be researching more technology. I don't think we need that yet. There were some things we did desperately need, though, weren't there? I'm debating whether I should get heaters. Medical post upgrade might be a good idea. I will grab heaters, I think. Because it is the cold we've been wrestling with all this time. We need to deal with it. Right, you can go to work there. Deal with the food situation. Oops. It's so easy to do once you have the beacon built, to accidentally mouse wheel out one too far and you end up all the way out there. What was I thinking? So all that needs heating. Can we do that with a single steam hub? Where would it be? There. Oh, I don't quite have the steel. Okay, I don't quite have the steel then. Well, we'll have to see. If we get a steam core back from the Lost Expedition, which we can use to build a wall thingamabob, a wall drill, then we may be saved. Otherwise, this may go very poorly. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. We needed a win. Yeah, look how low we are on wood. Do I need wood to build the wall thing? The wall drill? Yes. So I can't build anything else that involves wood yet. But a steam hub does not require wood. Good. Things will be a bit easier once we reach day 6 and the temperature goes back up. Whoever isn't currently working on something else can build. Yes, I misunderstood. I thought it was only engineers that could do that, but apparently it is anybody. Thanks to that emergency shift, we are actually getting heaters researched overnight as well, which is very nice. If we're lucky, by the morning I'll be able to turn the heater on in the hothouse. Nearly there. Right, what do I want now? That's a very good question. Allow us to deploy an additional scout team at the beacon, raising the limit to 2. We will want to do that, but that's not a priority right now. Hang on, is this stuff going to cost us wood? It is. Yeah. We can't afford the wood right now because we don't currently have any wood income. With that in mind, I'm going to make a... Hang on, am I absolutely certain there's nothing I could research which wouldn't cost us wood. I don't actually know how it works. It doesn't seem like it, does it? No. Alright, if that's... I know technically I could research something for 10 wood and still have enough wood left over for the wall drill. It's just... I don't see anything there we need. So despite calling that emergency shift... can I cancel an emergency shift? Don't think so. I will temporarily leave the 2 workshops unmanned, and I will deploy the engineers collecting steel, I guess. Since I get the feeling we're going to need a lot of steel in the near future. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to turn the heater on, wasn't I? Yeah. Okay. Getting quite low on food rations, aren't we? That may become a problem. I'm absolutely certain that there isn't another wood pile anywhere, am I? I don't think there is. I don't see one. No, I don't think there is. What a pity. Oh, that reminds me. Longer hours for any gathering spot which is fully manned. Right, the working day has started, so we're turning the overdrive off. How goes the expedition? They're nearly there. Oh, I've forgotten if you get a steam core from the Lost Expedition. I really hope you do. Coal pile depleted. Okie doke. Let me look at the temperature thing again. Right. So we're going to need... We do have the steel now. We need a steam hub around here-ish? Yes. About there. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Oh no. So it's pot luck whether I get what I need. So the idle workers can build the steam hub. Oh wait, we're here. Explore. A happy reunion. We enter the camp. Appearing out of the driving snow, a choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank goodness you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Sites discovered observatory's sturdy shelter. Escort the survivors to the city. I don't see any resources. I see people, but I don't see resources. Oh dear. Alright. Maybe I need to pivot into sawmill then. That's what I'll have to do. I'll pivot into sawmill until we can get a until I can get the steam core we need to make the wall drill. This is quite inefficient, but it's better than
Move! Time to get to work.
failing altogether. Right, what's the temperature situation looking like? Wow! Even with the steam hub there, it's not really doing enough. Oh, hang on, it's still warming up. Excellent. Right, I can probably turn that off now. I'm going to need another one of those steam hubs over here then. Hang on, I'm going to need to extend the street as well. I'm using up all our wood. I forgot that that uses wood. I may have... We'll see how it goes. I may have created a problem there. Hopefully the sawmill doesn't cost more than 10 wood to build. Otherwise we have a problem. I mean, it looked like this is telling me how to build a sawmill and it takes 10 wood. Eight gravely ill? How did that happen? Is that just because of the cold? Guess so. Treat the gravely ill. One of our people is gravely ill. If you sign the radical treatment law, the gravely ill will be treated in medical posts, but may undergo risky amputation as a result. Oh my goodness, I haven't been passing laws, have I? I keep forgetting that.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
At least we'll be saving lives, so just hope they won't cut my leg off if I fall ill. Right, you've returned with people. Which is handy. But we really needed resources. What have we got? The observatory, sturdy shelter. A bulky cylindrical construction stands on a small hill. The Union Jack flies over it, but there's no sign of movement. Or a dark cave. I think the sturdy shelter's the most likely to have resources. Here's the people. To be fair, I don't need the steam core so desperately now if I'm going to use the sawmill. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We will look for the others. Unfortunately, I can't help the homeless right now because I don't have the wood to build the houses. Our people found a trail leading to the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. Steel wreckage depleted. That one's going to be depleted soon as well. Right, get to work on the coal then. This situation is becoming quite precarious. Hang on, did I remember to turn the overdrive off? I did. Sawmill research. Can I build it? This could determine the course of the entire game. Yes, I can. Good. Does it matter where I put it? Why does it have a radius? Oh, it needs to be close to these, to the wood. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I guess we're building it there for now. Oh, that reminds me. I was also going to build a steam hub, wasn't I? Right here. Yes. And we've got loads of unemployed right now, so they should be able to get on with the building fairly quickly. And then we can put them to work in the sawmill. So the point is, even though the sawmill I don't think is going to be as efficient as making a wool drill, which is still my ultimate goal, it will produce some wood. And as long as we're producing some wood, we can keep building, we can deal with the homelessness problem and so on. Oh, I still haven't dealt with corpse disposal, have I? Oh, I'm not researching anything. That's an oversight. I may as well get the sawmill upgrade. If I'm going to have a sawmill at all, I may as well have the upgrade. And we'll transition it into wool drill as soon as we can. We're also going to need a steel works soon. How do steel works work? Extracts iron ore from deep deposits and produces it to deliver up to 40 steel per standard day. Okay. Okie doke. That makes sense. What's the temperature situation looking like? I mean, it could be better, but it's not too bad. Right, that should improve it a lot. Hopefully now the hothouse will actually be hot and we'll be able to grow some food. Yes. Right, I'll need to put some more people into the cookhouse then. We definitely need people working in the sawmill. This is high priority. In fact, I'm half tempted to put them on an emergency shift just this once, so we definitely get the wood that we need. Discontent is getting pretty high. I'm gonna need to be careful about that. So at this stage in the game, I'd say this is a transitional period, and the most important thing is I need to get us off of gathering onto onto reliable resource generation. Yes, our wood is going up, so I don't know if we'll have enough wood tonight to build enough houses to deal with the homelessness problem, but hopefully it won't be that much longer. Why is the cookhouse not cooking? Refusal to work. A man assigned to an emergent shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and he doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Let him rest. The man won't work for 24 hours. Discontent will rise slightly. Fine. I really enjoyed Chance of Senna. It was good. Beautiful art, beautiful music. Most of the puzzles were decent. Really creative idea. I believe that's how I summed it up last night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, it's night and I haven't put it on overdrive. Do I need it on overdrive? I probably should. Oh, I've only just noticed. Look at how the snow melts around the steam hubs. I probably should have noticed that before now, but we're doing alright for wood. So now we can get those other houses built. I also want another medical centre, I think. Medical post they're called, isn't it? I left room for another one. We're running low on coal. Amazingly. Guess I'll make sure I get people out there gathering coal. Yeah, we've almost stripped the entire area of the resources, so I'm gonna need to make a priority of building the other resource generating buildings. Not ideal, is this? Better get another steam hub built. Actually, let's get the other tents down. Then I'll build some more streets. And then we'll put a steam hub there. Right, hopefully... I don't need to build anything else until I'm building things like the coal thumper. Actually, I can build that now, can't I? Yes, and I should. We could thrive here, but not carrying on like this. Mark my words, if our captain were gone, we'd all be a fair bit happier. Well, you might be happier, but you'd probably be dead. Right, overdrive is off. Very soon the temperature should improve as well. Oh, don't we need gathering posts next to Coal Thumper? I'm pretty sure that's true. Oh, do I lack the wood?
Move! Time to get to work.
Yeah, I may as well let them exhaust the coal piles before I put the coal thumper into operation. Right. Steelworks. We need that. Oh, they won't hesitate to throw you out, no matter how good you've been to them. Yes, the discontent is rather worrying me. Oh, that reminds me, corpse disposal. We need to deal with that. Cemetery. We'll establish a burial ground so we can lay our dead to rest with dignity and respect. Or corpse disposal. We'll keep dead bodies out of the heat zone and cover them with snow. The cold will halt their decay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? So, snow pit. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. Bodies are preserved for potential future use. That's a bit concerning. You'll have to dig a snow pit. Hope will fall. Discontent will rise. Or each burial will keep some people from work for a few days. You'll have to establish a cemetery. I'll go with cemetery.
Hear me! Hear me! New law in the city.
What would a cemetery cost us? Just a little bit of wood, which we can afford. Right, I'm going to need more streets. So I want another gathering post over there. That's why I'm building that. Where do I want the cemetery to be? That's a good question. I'm still salty from that run I've lost to a misclick. Oh no. That's never a good sign when it's possible to lose a game just to a misclick. But some games do be like that. I probably don't need those two on anymore. I can probably afford to have the generator on a cooler temperature during the day and just turn it up at night as well, I would guess. Oh, they're waiting. I didn't notice. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in two directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Hang on. That is a long way. Are we in the Arctic? I think we'd have to be. Steam core! That's exactly what we wanted. I'll send them to the steel bridge first. I don't think we're desperate for that steam core anymore. We do want it, but I also happen to know from our previous playthrough we can pick up an automation over here. And from reading stuff online, I now know what they do, and they're pretty fantastic. Oh. I'm still salty from the run that I've lost to a misclick, and probably some bad decisions. Bad healthcare, people are hungry, corpse disposal. I think bad healthcare's a bit harsh. People are hungry. We are producing food. We should be alright for food for now. Cemetery. That's definitely something we need to deal with. I'm still unsure where to put it though. I mean, does it need to be in a hot zone? I assume not. I'll put it over here for now. I don't have a better place for it. Food for overtime work. Our people are becoming less and less committed to their work. Perhaps we should at least give them extra rations while they're sweating blood on emergency shifts. Yes, they deserve it. From now on, emergency shifts will cost food. Hope will rise. Or no, we can't afford it. I don't need higher hope. I do feel their plight, but we have to be pragmatic. I'll have to look into how I get infirmaries. I've heard they're fantastic. Oh, we definitely want that. That's how we get infirmary. Right, so we're going to have improved medical care. That should help lower discontent. Right.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Right, cemetery's been built. The cemetery's been established. Now we can put our dead to rest. Oh, look at discontent falling. So that was making people really, really unhappy, it would seem. Which I can understand. Well, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I think we may be over the worst of that resource crisis. A brass plaque on the bridge reads, built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. So this was before the volcanic winter then. Because people have referred to the Boer War before, and I think I said previously, the first Boer War was such a small affair, I doubt that's the one they're talking about. And if it's the second Boer War, then they're into the very early 20th century. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. Bridge to Winterhome, a functional automaton. We stopped at the edge of the deep wide ravine, marvelling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It will be possible to send the machine back to our city or disassemble it for resources. Send it to the city. I want an automaton. We reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared in the distance, walking steadily toward our city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. I notice it's not an option to leave it there. Right, can you go home and give us that, that beautiful, beautiful steam core. Search for other cities, deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. We'll find out in Winterhome. A walking steam core, nice. Can I build that wall drill now? No. Oh, of course, I'm still waiting for the thingamabob to arrive. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, I get it. So if I want a constant supply of steel, I'm gonna have to build a steelworks up here. That's fine. So I'm also gonna need a path to get there. Clearly. And we're gonna need a steam hub, which unfortunately I don't think we can afford right now. That's unfortunate. That means I'm gonna have to put some people to work there before it's properly warm. I have heard that if you put an automaton to work in a hothouse, then food ceases to be a problem. You're getting longer hours, we need the food. Oh. Oops. Huh. I've only just noticed I can use the number keys to change the game speed, which is really convenient because I have an MMORPG mouse. So I have the number keys next to my thumb at all times. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn the overdrive on. Sorry, I forgot to turn the steam level up overnight. Which may be why we have so many sick. Right, the sick recover 10% faster at medical posts. Wonderful. Right, I now need drafting machines so that I can walk towards the infirmary. Right, we need more steel. What about laws? What laws do we want? Ceremonial funerals. Those who give their lives in service to the city deserve the highest honour. We'll give our dead ceremonial sermons. We will give our dead ceremonial funerals to inspire the living. After introducing this law, another law can be passed in 1.5 days. Loss of hope caused by deaths is halved. Not a priority right now, I don't think. Care house, that's a good idea. Overcrowding might be a good idea as well. That's a difficult choice. Extra rations for the ill or overcrowding. So one means that more people can be in a medical facility, but there's no mention of the facility becoming less efficient. The downside is that discontent will rise slightly after passing the law, and will also rise when medical facilities are actually overfull. Whereas the other option is we can spend extra rations in medical facilities to speed up recovery. Which means people get back to the workforce much faster. Tough one. Well, we want to work towards prosthetics, don't we? So care house would be a good idea. I think I'm going with overcrowding. It's too good.
A new law has passed.
Right. I need people working here. So I'm probably going to remove the workforce that had been working there. That should get us some steel in, and then I can use that steel to build a steam hub that will allow us to heat the place. Why is food production so low?
Work time. Get back to work.
I don't know. Will it go up if I increase the temperature? I assume not. I assume it's either too cold to work in or not. Yeah, that hasn't worked. I don't know. I don't know why food production's so low. Wow, that's quite slow. Maybe I do want to build 2 of these. Well, the steam hub comes first. Because I want to minimize people getting ill. Oh, blimey, I've just noticed one of the coal piles has exhausted, so we have a load more people all of a sudden. Okay, you can get to work over there then. So we're producing our own wood at the moment, and sort of, in the sense that we're harvesting the frozen trees. But there's not a lot more frozen trees we can harvest. Well, that's what the wall drill is for. We've got the steam core. So speaking of, let's get that wall drill built. Actually, no, let's get that steam hub built. And we'll put it right in the middle so that when we build another steelworks, it will also be heated by the same steam hub. Oh, that's a big infusion of wood, isn't it? Okay, we're doing well for wood for a while. That means I can start researching... No, I can't. I don't have the steel. I can get to work on the wall drill, though. Alright, we'll put a wall drill up here. And we'll build the necessary streets. This is probably going to require another steam hub, but that's fine, because as soon as this sawmill's finished producing wood, I'll have it dismantled and I'll move the workforce up here. Oh, we've got plenty of food all of a sudden. That's good news. Right, we have more people free. So it's time we have them. It's time we assign some people to the coal thumper. Hang on. What about the scouts? Where are you lot going? Good question. So we have the gloomy cave and the observatory. Send them to the observatory first. So we're still really in the transitionary period as we're moving off of finite resources onto sustainable stuff. But oh, storage nearing capacity. So I actually need to probably increase our storage. Let's build a resource depot if I can. Nope, I'd need more steel for that, which I don't have currently. Ah, so this can produce infinite steel. I think this can as well. I won't know if this can produce infinite wood until it's built. Alright, well, I'm gonna need to use that wood for something, because there's no point overcrowded medical facilities, so I could build some more medical facilities? Then again, I was gonna research the infirmary, wasn't I? You're on longer hours. In fact, I won't put them on an emergency shift because it may get very cold. Oh wow, it's still quite cold. Oh, because I haven't got the steam hub built yet, that'll be why. I guess I could spend some of the wood on roads. I mean, I'm gonna need them. I don't know. Maybe I leave it for now. Yeah, maybe I'll leave it for now. I'll just reassign these people elsewhere. That's probably the best I can do. So we're currently blocked on steel. Still not sure where I'm going to want to put that automaton to work. I really am tempted to just put them to work in the hothouse and then forget about food. Assuming I'm allowed. That's what the stuff I read seemed to indicate. No gatherable resource in range. Huh. I wonder if that's just because of the time of day. Oh, this actually works out quite well, because I seem to remember reading that the highest upgrade of the Coal Thumper, which I think is the Steam Coal Thumper, actually requires 4 gathering posts. Well, once I've dismantled the sawmill, there's the 4. There's the room for the 4. Can I check where I would be allowed to build something even if I can't currently do it? No. Ah, this can produce infinite trees. Okay. Or infinite wood, I should say, not infinite trees. Thinking about it, it's probably coal that we're going to get stuck on in the end of the game. Because once we're self-sufficient for food, and we've built all the buildings we need, presumably it's just going to be the amount of power the generator needs that's going to be the problem. First amputation. To save this patient's life, we had to perform an amputation. As a result, this person won't be able to work. Well, I'll work towards prosthetics when I can. Current efficiency 70%. Absent 3 in treatment. Not ideal. Oh, I forgot to put the generator on higher overnight, didn't I? Well, at least that means we're building up coal. We'll need it once the temperature drops again. Here's a question. Do I go straight for the next research, which is what I wanted to do? Or do I prioritize getting another steelworks down? So that we're producing steel faster. I think I'll go with the technology. Scouts have reached the observatory. Something's amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instruments and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. We'll escort the survivors back. Unfortunately, I think that means the number of children we're going to have is going to exceed our capacity to care for children. No, it won't. Just barely, I think. Let me double check. We can support up to 11 more. Oh, and they'd only have 4 more. We're fine. Excellent. A frightened patient. One of our people is facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a matter of hours. I'm not going to force medical treatment on him. I know he's going to die, but I still don't think it's right to force medical treatment on someone against their will. So that's his choice. Oh, we're finally ready to do the next bit of research, which is fantastic. To be honest, I probably should have reassigned those people instead of having them sitting there doing nothing. That's on me. The patient who refused amputation has died of gangrene. We did our best to ease his pain, but he suffered terribly in the end. It was his choice. Discontent will rise slightly. We must make sacrifices to survive. Hope will fall slightly. Goodness me, look at all the coal we've built up. Like I say, we're gonna need it for the cold spell. Oh, we're running low on wood all of a sudden. Wonderful. So that means I'll reassign people quickly. And we'll finish off collecting wood at the sawmill before dismantling the sawmill. And then we'll get the wall drill in operation. Hang on, do I need steel to make a steelworks? I don't. I could have built another one all along. What a dope I am. I have to think about where the people are coming from, though. Although it's handy that we're about to get a load of more people arriving. Well, hey! The automaton has arrived. Look at him. What a good boy. Automatons can replace entire crews at most workplaces. They are produced in the factory and work 24 hours per day. Their initial efficiency is 60%, but it can be raised by research upgrades. An automaton recharges itself twice daily from the generators or a steam hub without interfering with its operations. So, cost of one automaton: 100 steel, 100 wood, 50 coal, 1 steam core. Right, as I previously indicated, the automaton is going to be producing food for us. So that's a lower rate, but they'll work longer hours, and that then frees up a bunch of the workforce, which is jolly good. Where am I going to want to assign people? Are automatons dangerous? That thing's absolutely massive. What did you call that thing? An automaton? A word of advice using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labour crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator. We can research upgrades to raise their efficiency and capabilities. So fingers crossed, food is solved. I hope that is actually how it works. Does it have a name? Not yet. We can give it a name though. What should we name it?
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
I'll build a care house here. Scout Unit number 1 has returned safely to the city. And we have a much larger workforce now, which is great. Right, so that'll double our steel production. I don't think we're increasing our coal production until we can afford some upgrades to it. Care house promise fulfilled. A care house has been established in accordance with the new law. Hope rises. Oh wait, I need to send them out, don't I? Right, sending you to the gloomy cave. One trick I haven't tried yet is I read online that apparently if you send scouts to a location they've already been, they will travel at twice normal speed. So that would imply that if I wanted to get the scouts over to one of these points, then the fastest way to do it would be to send them to the bridge and then send them to the point I want them to go to. Like I said, I haven't tested that yet, so I don't know if that is true. Oh, homeless. Goodness me. That's a very good point. I guess I need to build more homes around here, don't I? Actually, before I do that, tell me about bunkhouses. How do bunkhouses work? A dwelling for 10 people that is adequately protected from the weather. Okay, so I'm going to want to change my tents into bunkhouses, I guess, in the near future. Maybe at some point I need to go through the tech that's available and figure out what upgrades we want to make. Oh, actually, I don't need that many, do I? Cancel. 3 will do. Did you say there was a page dedicated to care houses? Yes. People who become amputees will move to care houses, freeing up their homes for others to live in. Care house residents can't work, but only half as much as others. If the Sustained Life law is signed, the gravely ill will also move to care houses. What day are we on? Goodness, we're still only on day 9. We're doing so much better than last time, and we're farther back in the game as well. Oh, I was going to think of a name, wasn't I? What about Alistair? Alistair the automaton. I don't think we need many people in the cookhouse. Honestly, one person in the cookhouse is probably enough for now. Oh, the research is done. That's good news. So I can get the infirmary. A steam-heated infirmary with 10 beds. The sick are treated faster than in medical posts, and the gravely ill can be treated safely and reliably. We definitely want that, and then we probably want to go for bunkhouses, I would guess. Has that sawmill been exhausted yet? Yes. Right. How do I dismantle? So we really need to get people up here, ideally, but I don't yet have the steel to make the steam hub. How much do I need? It's fine, we've got enough wood in storage, we're not going to run out immediately. And we'll have the steel long before the end of the day anyway. There we go. Right, I'm gonna have to build a steam hub just for this, aren't I? Yeah. But at least if I build it this way, I heat a lot of the inner area of that. It's not quite a triangle, is it? But this vaguely triangular shape, such that a lot more of this I can build on in future if I need to. Oh, I forgot to build a street. That was careless. Scouts have reached the gloomy cave. The cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to its entrance. We should check if there's still someone alive up there. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and these beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. Risk attacking the bears. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Unfortunately, the scouts died from their injuries. The people they saved set out towards the city, guided by a map made by the scouts. Oh dear. That's not good at all. Guess I'll send the new group of scouts over to the crash site. I am a little mindful of the fact that I'm supposed to be producing multiple scouting parties. Infirmary research, right. Tell me about infirmaries. How big are they? What resources do they require? You require a steam core! Oh my goodness. I had no idea. I hope bunkhouses don't require steam cores. Why is the building not getting done? Or is it just very slowly? Our automaton's life is in danger. Oh, hello, Happy All Night. It's lovely to meet you. Hope you're having a good day. Every time I attack the bears, everyone dies. There's 40 people. As far as I can tell, the automaton's doing... That's the workshop. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's doing just fine. Yeah, last time I attacked the bears, I think the scouts survived, but this time they didn't. Oh, but it has a tasty steam core inside. I am not dismantling the automaton. In fact, I want more automatons. I have a very large unemployed population. I know a bunch of them are going to be working up here, but, like, not that many. People are hungry. Captain, some of the people are here to talk about the lack of food. They've been hungry for days now and they fear that soon they'll begin to starve. They want you to do something. It's not that bad. Let's feed them. You'll get your food. We have food. What the thing that's changed is that we went from always having we went from every morning always having a load stockpiled to it slowly gets made over the course of a day. So there's still just as much food. There's still enough food for everyone, so far as I can tell. It's just they have to wait for it more. They are never satisfied. Like I had food and rations, but they were tired of soup. To be fair, there's 6 people hungry right now, and no one's working the cookhouse, but we do have enough raw food. Aha! Right, we can employ people here now. So, what's the next big move? I think I need to get the improved scouting and get more scouts out there. I think that's going to be a big deal because we need more steam cores. In terms of our resources, what do we need? I mean, more of everything, I guess, would be nice. I don't know what's going to be a limiting factor. I think we've built all the steelworks we can build. So yeah, other than upgrading them, we can't do better there. And I think we can build one more wall drill, but it's not like we're running short of wood right now. So I'm not too worried about that. I wish I could sort out research better. Like, I wish that I could research at night. I read online that if you alternate emergency shifts, it's fine and you can have continuous research, but we tried that and someone died. They died from researching, so that doesn't seem to be a thing. I guess just build more workshops. That's going to be the solution, isn't it? Then again, there's diminishing returns on workshops, I believe. We don't need it yet, but I may as well build the gathering posts here for when we upgrade the coal thumper. I assume that's how upgrading works. I've never got to that point in the game. It's possible that I just have to dismantle it and rebuild it, but we'll see. Even though I don't need these right now, that way I won't forget that that's what that space is assigned to. And I suppose I could build like some workshops over here to increase our research rate. That'd be a good way to use some of the labour. I mean, that's really the problem, isn't it? I've got spare labour right now, and I know that's a resource that I'm just wasting. I should be using these people for something, I just don't know what. We're kind of blessed right now in that we've got no major problems. I mean, obviously everything could be a little bit better, but we have no major problems. Raw food, yummy. Oh, thank you for the follow, Happy All Night. I really do appreciate it. Very kind of you. God bless our captain, I'd follow him anywhere. Let's get moving. I wonder what we'll accomplish today. It's probably not a very good sign of productivity if you start the day and you have absolutely no idea what you're going to be doing. Let's get another workshop down. And when we have the resources, probably a fourth one. I don't think I'm going to want more than 4 workshops, to be honest. But we do need to do our best with getting on with that tech.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Right, if it's getting colder, we're turning the temperature up. Really? You say you only have 12 hours left of coal? Oh my. I was honestly expecting that to do a lot more heating than it is. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say.
Work time. Get back to
Maybe
work.
I do want another coal thumper, actually. Maybe that's what I should work towards. Cookhouse insulation. Cookhouses will be warmer. Well, we can't research that yet because we don't have the steel or the wood. But that's something we may want in the future. As with healthcare insulation. Honestly, all of these sound fantastic. More insulation. Steam coal thumper. By pumping high pressure steam into underground coal deposits, the steam coal thumper forces the precious resource to the surface, forming a pile of up to 1,100 coal per standard workday. Enough for 4 gathering posts. That does sound pretty good. Do I have to knock down the old one though? I think that's probably the one we want next. Since we don't want to run out of coal during the cold weather. Then again, let me check the economy. I can actually see how much we're using, can't I? The steam hubs are using a lot. Okay, yes, we do need that upgrade. We've got a significant deficit. What's the trouble? You say there's no street that goes up to you. Okay, I think I need to build that. On max, longer shifts. That should increase our research rate. Can I research anything useful while we wait? Not without using more resources. That's a problem. Oh, I'm gonna need more tents if I've got more people. Actually, did I look at bunkhouse? Wood and steel. And again, steel is going to be the problem. I think I'm going to need to find an upgrade to the steel works as well. Prosthetics. Everyone wants to contribute to the survival of the city. If we can bring amputees back to full fitness, we should do it. Prosthetics available in factory. I don't have a factory and I don't know how to build one. I'll have to look into that. Wrong one. Yeah, there's a Steam upgrade for all of them. That's well worth doing. Right, why do we... Okay. Are you building the paths now? I hope they are, because we're currently not producing any wood. And that's completely stalling us. Right, we have a load more people. We're going to need tents. But I don't think I can afford tents due to the lack of wood. Okay. Less than ideal. Survivors reach a city. Sir, a group of survivors have reached our city. They are tired. They'll need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention. But they are ready to lend a hand however they can. Oh, look at all that population I'm not using. I just don't have anywhere to put them yet. I wish I had the infrastructure. I hope I'm producing enough food. I might actually not be now. Scouts have reached the crash site. Wood? Wood, you say? That's where our expedition was split up when our vehicles crashed during a snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies should be here. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass. As if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them. Not even bury them. Ah, that's where a factory is. A plant where automatons and other highly advanced devices can be produced. That sounds fantastic, although I'm not researching that yet. That is high on the list, though. But I am rather worried about the coal situation. Where would the automaton upgrades be? Here? Yes. Okay. Right, we still need a little more wood, but not that much more. Right. Now I will be interested to see if the Coal Thumper automatically upgrades, or if we have to spend resources to upgrade it, or if we have to dismantle it and rebuild it. Care House, a note of thanks. Someone has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for us all. I'm glad I could help." Funny thing is, we only have one invalid, I'm pretty sure. So we could probably tell exactly who that is. Excellent. Now I've sorted the path problem out, we actually have a decent supply of wood. Right, that'll deal with the homelessness problem. What am I going to do about this huge workforce that I have currently no use for? Well, once the coal thumper's upgraded, however we do that, we'll have 2 more gathering points that need to be fully staffed, so that'll take care of 20 of them. I guess build another wall drill? Probably. I'll employ 1 more in the cookhouse, although we don't strictly speaking need it.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Oh, I need to build more streets, do I? Easily done. At some point, I'm going to want to build a bunch of bunkhouses, aren't I? Probably the best way to do that is going to be to choose where the site's going to be, put down a steam hub, and then just, like, try and convert for every tent I currently have, build a bunkhouse, then dismantle all the tents. Or, if a bunkhouse happens to be the same size, does it? I could dismantle them one at a time, couldn't I? And replace them. That might be a better idea. Does the game let me do that anyway? That's a shame, it doesn't look like it. That would be really convenient. Alright. So let me write that down. That's one of the jobs we want. I should write down factory to make sure I research it. It's not top of my list, but it's on my list. And then tents to bunkhouses. And what was the other one? Medical posts to infirmaries. Which will be harder because we need steam cores for that. I was also going to build yet another workshop, wasn't I? A final one. Like I said, I don't see a point in going over 4 of them, but I think we could make good use out of 4 workshops. Right. Research. What do I want now? More scouts would be a good idea. Steam Hub range upgrade, that sounds amazing. Then again, I wonder if it costs me more coal. It probably does. Oh, what was the next one I was going to build? Research, sorry. There's so much good stuff here that I'd like to research. Wait, before we do that... let's do the check. Is this a steam coal thumper? No. Can I upgrade it to one? It doesn't look like it. So do I actually have to build a separate building? Knock that one down and build new one. I lack the wood to do so currently, but yes, it looks like that's what I'd have to do. How much wood would I liberate by tearing this down? I would actually liberate enough wood. Let's hope it can fit on the same site. Can I just place a building on top of there, or am I waiting on them? I think I'm waiting on them to actually do the dismantling. That said, it won't be very long before the scouts turn up with loads of wood. Excellent. Right. So steam coal thumper. Why not? I have the wood. I'm confused. I do have the wood. Oh no, I don't. I take it back. I'm 5 wood short. Okay, we'll be waiting on the scouts to arrive. Sorry, I don't know how I got my maths wrong like that. 35 is clearly greater than 30. Okay, we are definitely not keeping up with the food like we should be. Right, that should help with the coal situation a lot once that's built. Alright, if food is the problem, I'm going to need to do something about that. I don't think we need hothouse insulation. We probably need either another hothouse. That would be a good way to employ the population actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll do that. Assuming I have the resources to build another one. I don't. What am I missing? Oh, they need a steam core, don't they? That was why. Alright, in which case I'm going to have to upgrade the automaton. We'll be alright for now because of the food that the scouts arrived with. Our deficit for food per a day is quite small, I think. Aha, I can look at different resources. I assumed I could, but I didn't see when I was on this menu last time how to do it, but there's these tabs on the side. Right, what's our deficit looking like? Ugh. Is it really that bad? Blimey. I didn't realise. Wait, what? 5 deaths yesterday? Really? Why? I had no idea. Doesn't look like we've lost that many people so quickly. Anyway, where was I? We want to upgrade the automaton, don't we? So we'll need this. Yes. Now let's send the scouts out again. So if I send them here... So one day... 22 hours versus 12 hours. Yes, so it seems to be true. If you send the scouts to somewhere they've already been, they move at double movement speed. Oh, it probably counts as scouts that died to the bears. Very, very good point. I hadn't considered that. So, to help with the food situation, we want to upgrade the automaton. I could possibly move them over to soup as well. That would help a lot. I'll need to pass a law to do that. Oh, we're running very low on coal. I think we'll just about make it, but I could be wrong. What a lovely morning. I'm ready to take on the day. Rise and shine, people. Look, the sun's up already. Oh, that reminds me. You're working long hours. Oxbridge have 4 workshops doing research at the same time. Well, it's jolly important stuff. I think technically we're gonna hit our hunger target here as well. Feeding the starving. But only because of all the raw food that the scouts brought back. Oh, I may as well put the cookhouse on full workforce since I have a bunch of people that I don't know what to do with. Yet. Can I build another drill yet? No. Steam core, that was it. So that'll be a while off. May as well get on with the bunkhouses, I guess. Well, sorry to do this to you. Ahaha! Mechanical calculators researched. Right, so I should now be able to get the... Oh, I need the factory. Alright, we'll research the factory. Long hours of toil, so our people are worn out. Some of them have been working on extended shifts for days on end. Their efforts is taking its toll and they're becoming gratis. They deserve a break. Good idea. We'll have to keep regular shifts everywhere for 3 days. I won't address this now. You'd think with 25 people unemployed, the rate of building would be a lot faster. How's the coal economy looking now? Just barely positive. I'll have to bear that in mind. So if we end up supporting a much larger population at any point, I'm going to need another coal thumper, it looks like. If I'm only getting about 2 of these houses converted per day, it's going to take a while to convert them all.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Factory research finished. Wonderful. Automatons will cost 20 wood and 20 steel less to make. Prosthetics will. Improves the workplace integration of automatons, boosting their efficiency by 10%. Yes, I want that for the food. People shouldn't be that hungry. We have loads of food. Oh, what law was I thinking of signing? I remember I said earlier there was a specific law. Oh, soup, that was it. They probably won't like it. Oh my goodness, the scouts have been waiting. That was careless of me. Let's send them to the weather station. Wow, you can see how much warmer the bunkhouses are. How much colder is it going to get at that point? Only 1 level, that's alright. I can't look at a bigger version of this timeline, can I, to see what things are going to be like in the distant future? Oh, I haven't managed to feed everyone. I may end up with a broken promise. In fact, I think I will. That's not good. That's not good at all. The game reckons I only have 6 hours of coal left as well. Well, I think I can put the temperature down now because the external temperature is about to go up by 10 degrees. There we go. Why has everything gone all steamy? That was a bit weird. Right, I'd better convert some more of these houses.
Plenty to do.
These are tents, aren't they? Let's see if I can get 4 done today. I probably should have checked I had the resources for the bunkhouse before I tried to tear them all down, but still. Oh, I can pass another law. Soup. Soup, 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 soup. We can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of food. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly, eating soup will cause discontent. Well, that's a shame.
A new law has passed.
Right, where's the cookhouse? It's somewhere around here, isn't it? You are going to be on soup duty for the foreseeable future. How do I do that? Oh, you already were. Fair enough. And once this research is done, the automatons should be working harder at in the hothouse. And then we can check to see if we're actually positive on food. There's a good chance we will be. I doubt I'm gonna hit the target though to feed everyone in time. I don't know, 9 hours to go. If I'm really lucky, I might. Right, bunkhouse. We have the wood. We have the steel, just. Oh, hang on. Did I only... I must have pulled down a 4th one, but I don't know where. Efficiency of automatons rises to 70%. Excellent, excellent. So what's the hothouse production looking like? Yep, that has gone up. So let's check the economy, and we'll go to food. It still says we're not making enough. Do I agree? So, we're making, what is it? 50 a day. I think that about works out to. And 5 food rations, sorry, 2 raw food makes 5 food rations. So we're making enough for 125 people. Yeah, we're not meeting our goals here, are we? Okay, fair enough. So I need to find room for one more bunkhouse, and then I probably need to actually... I can't build another hothouse. We established this before, didn't we? Because I don't have the steam core for it. Hang on, I should be researching stuff. More scouts, I think. We need to get more scouting done. We've really not... not been keeping up on the scouting game. Lighter scout sleds, interesting. I wonder if that lets them move more quickly. The hungry were fed. Most of the hungry have had a meal and are somewhat satisfied for the time being. Hope rises. Okay, somehow I did it. I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, we are actually, it looks like, making ends meet now. But mathematically, I don't understand how. Let's look at that economy again. Yeah, 126 meals per day. I made it 125. Food consumption is 167. We shouldn't be making ends meet. And yet somehow we are. Very strange. We actually have enough time in the day to demolish a few more tents and put up a few more bunkhouses. Let me check. How many resources does that take? It takes 20 wood, 10 steel. Yeah, so we could do 4 more. This is really going to help once it gets colder again. Right, let's throw up those bunkhouses. Excellent. I think that's like half the tents converted at this point. Well, once those are built, I think it will be. Just over half, actually. Oh well, we might actually max out on coal. Can I make another resource depot? I've been thinking about doing that all game, haven't I? But I've never got round to it. I absolutely could. Where would I want it? I guess I could put it up here, near these resources. It would be a sensible place to put it. We're out of steel. Well, we'll produce plenty of... We'll produce plenty of steel in the next few hours, so that shouldn't matter. More scouts. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right, what do we want to research now? I've upgraded the automaton. I can cross that off the list. I probably want to build a factory. Oh, I should also write down wall drill. I'll mark with SC everything that needs a steam core. So the infirmaries will require a steam core. Wasn't there something else we wanted that required a steam core? A hothouse. A second hothouse. And then of course automatons. So currently we want steam cores for infirmaries, another wall drill, another hothouse, and automatons. Using a new lighter sled design, scouts move 50% faster. Yeah, we'll research that and then I'll worry about other things. Oh, the scouts are waiting again. I keep not seeing that. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. Grim forecast. We found scientists' notes. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they've moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. We can take resources? They've got a steam core. So the real question is, what are we going to use the steam core for? I mean, it's not like we're desperate for more wood, so arguably the wall drill, even though I want it, isn't a high priority. A second hothouse would really help, and it would use up. It would help. There would be employment opportunities there, but I have also heard that apparently the infirmaries are obscenely good. I think I'm going to send my scouts back with the steam core because I don't want to lose that. And then hopefully we'll be able to send another scout team out to research one of these other places. Abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. Well, we do actually have real houses now. Just. It's a new development, but they are there. What was I thinking? Scouts.
Go rest all who can.
Why can I not create more scouts? I don't have the workers, really. Engineers don't count. Okay. I didn't realise that all these extra people I had were, engineers? Right, now we have a second scouting party. Can you head over here? So the two parties are going to trade places. Yeah, that looks good. And we'll get a steam core out of it. What I'll probably do then, although I had hoped to specialise in just the hothouse, I'll probably build us just one hunter's hut. Just to buoy our food a little bit. But where am I going to put it? I need it to be within the warmth. And there's no really good spots. Maybe there, if that counts. That probably counts. Then again, that would be a sensible place to put future housing. Unless I put it all the way up here or somewhere. Somewhere like that. How are we doing for food? How bad is it? It's not great, is it? This would allow me to... Okay, we'll build the hunter's hut here. It's a temporary measure. I'll, so, hothouse and remove hunter's hut. So now I shouldn't forget. That's only there until we get yet another steam core. The next steam core is going into an infirmary. Then we'll build another hothouse, and the hunter's hut can go. Stored resources. Oh, so when I build a resource depot, I have to assign what it's for. Okay, well that's assigned to coal, so we should be able to stockpile a lot of coal. Okay, I need to do the old trick of swapping workers out for engineers again. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. I don't want to jinx it, but we're actually doing a lot better than last time. And we're still technically behind where we finished last time. I think we finished at the start of day 14 last time. On my to-do list, I'm going to write in all caps, Scout. We really need to be doing more of that. And I know I'm working towards that, but it's still true. I don't want to forget that when we get to this next time. Right, triage. We'll be able to dedicate all our efforts to healing those who can recover quickly at the cost of sacrificing the more severely ill. A quarter of all patients will die instantly. Hope will fall, discontent will rise. How about no? I do not like the sound of that. What even do we want? For the first time, I don't actually know what we want to research. I guess I could go for the fighting arena.
Listen, everyone. New law
Hopefully that's not a mistake. Right, we do want a factory. Oh, but a factory costs a steam core. The factory probably takes priority over everything else. Even the infirmary. Good thing I noticed that when I did, actually. We don't have the wood for it currently.
work time. Get moving.
How are we doing on the food front now? We're just barely balanced. Thanks to the hunter's hut. Wait, do we still have a coal pile? Oh no, that's the coal pile that the steam coal thumper's creating. I see, I was gonna say, I thought we'd exhausted all the coal poles a long, long time ago. Right, where's the... We'll create a street here, and then we'll build one more steam hub. Hopefully this area will be large enough for all our future housing. How's the economy doing for coal? We're very, very positive right now. Oh, I'm not researching anything. That was a major oversight. There's a lot of really good stuff to research right now. Just wait for our resources to tick up a bit more. What's an industrial hothouse? An efficient steam-heated hothouse whereby a variety of crops can be grown, supplying 60 food per day. Requires 2 steam cores. I'll update my notes to say we may want an industrial hothouse instead of just a normal hothouse. I kinda want the upgraded production buildings. I'm just not sure if that should be my first priority. I mean, generator efficiency would be pretty good. Upgraded production buildings, adding that to my to-do list. Noted. I don't even know what to do with all this spare coal. We've not been in this situation before. Steel cores here, wonderful. I mean, I imagine it's up here that we're going to want to build the factory as well. I guess I should build another resource depot if we have the resources. Yes. Can never have enough coal. And what is a factory going to cost us? Well, it's within reach. Oh my goodness, that is a big old building. Right, goodbye Steam Core. Oh, both groups of scouts are waiting. Let's send one group of scouts over to Winterhome, and the other group of scouts can head over to the weather station, because they'll get double movement, being as it's a place they've already been. A fighting arena has been established in accordance with the new law. I do hope this doesn't end up to leading to loads of extra avoidable deaths or injuries. Excellent. So the generator will be more efficient now. There's an overdrive coupling, allows us to raise the temperature of all heat zones by 2 levels when the generator is put into overdrive. I mean, that is pretty good, but we don't need it right now. Nor do we need the insulation right now, although that's definitely something I want to move towards. Oh, I can build a house. So at some point I'm going to want to knock down all the bunkhouses and build houses. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering if I should wait then on converting any more of the tents. Wait, I don't want the upgraded sawmill, do I? Right, you require 2 steam thingamabobs. Steam cores, whereas the steam steelwork doesn't. Okay, so I think steam steelworks is going to be the next thing we work on. Once we've got the wood, which we do now. So we can get steel in more quickly. So the wall drill should also be... My note about that should be updated.
It's off time.
Right, so we may want to build a steam wall drill when we get the chance. I've really not got much of a sense for how well or badly I'm doing at this point. Like, so far it feels... Right now we're in a good place and it feels quite easy. But I don't know if I'm like massively falling behind where I should be. And that perhaps later on in the game it will get much, much harder and I just won't have the resources to deal with it. I really don't know. Certainly we seem to keep running out of wood, don't we? Annoyingly. I guess I could build... Yeah, I guess I probably should build a sawmill to deal with that. Then again, I did say earlier that it apparently makes more sense to specialise. But if wood is limiting us right now, and a sawmill's the only way to go, because we don't have the steam core for another wall drill. Ooh, we can make automatons now. We don't need many prostheses, so I have no problem employing only one person there for now. I mean, those trees are there. We may as well build a sawmill and capitalise on it. Scouts have reached Winterhome. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generator has exploded. The fall of Winterhome. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy. Fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us. We've eaten our dead. There's no hope. Sites discovered. Snow Cliff American Camp. We're on our own. We got 2... I did note we got 2 steam cores out of that, though. Perhaps I don't need to build a sawmill. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by generators, but we're alone. We should never have left Britain. They're all dead? Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. We should have stayed in London. Surely it couldn't have fallen like this. Oh my goodness, look at the hope! That's brutal! If I wasn't near max hope, we could have lost the game there. This is where the fun begins. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. Choose our path. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chance of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. A new set of laws will become available: faith and spiritual strength, or order and discipline. Nice, you say. I must say, personally, I'm more drawn to order and discipline, but I did read online that faith provides you with more options. I think I'll in this case I won't follow what I've read online. I will follow what I feel. Order and discipline. Book of Laws. Purpose. Neighbourhood Watch. We need to mobilise and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. After introducing this law, another one can be passed. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. New building. Watchtower. Watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby. Goodness.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Wait, so have I been playing the game on easy mode so far, effectively? Blimey. Since you have a bunch of Steam cores, you're coming right back. Goodness me. So we made it to day 14 last time. And this is exactly where we're finishing this time. But we're so much... Well, I don't know if we're further... We are further into the game, aren't we? Because we didn't make it to Winterhome last time. We're further into the game, and we have much better infrastructure and resources. Whether we can win the game from here? I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, this certainly seems to be going a lot better than last time. So, I think I'll probably wrap up there for tonight. I hope you don't mind. So, upcoming streams. Monday, I intend to start Cave Story, assuming it installs fine. I see no reason why it wouldn't, but until I've actually installed a game, I don't assume anything. Cave Story is a game I played like 10 years ago. I think it's technically a Metroidvania, but it's story-based, and I don't remember like the levels being particularly complex or maze-like or anything. I remember it being a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to coming back to it. Friday will be a continuation of whichever game I start on Monday. Saturday will be more Frostpunk. And who knows, maybe we'll win the game that stream. Maybe we'll lose it spectacularly and have to start a new game. I don't know, but I'm going to stick at Frostpunk until we've at least finished the main story. That's my intention anyway. if you have any opinions on games you think I might enjoy or you'd like to see me play, then please do let me know either on stream or on the Discord server. That could be a longer form game like the games I tend to do on Saturday. It could be another Monday and Friday game. Perhaps I'll change how I'm doing my how I'm splitting up my streaming schedule. I don't know. One idea I had for a Saturday stream to mix it up a bit is possibly Doom 2016. I've played like the first few levels of it, but I haven't done very much. Because we've had a lot of, as I say, we've had a lot of long-form cerebral games on Saturdays up till now, and I know that some viewers would prefer something more action-y. Well, you can't get much more action-y than Doom 2016. So, I don't know. If you have an opinion on that, if you'd like to see that, if you wouldn't like to see that, I'd be keen to know. Thank you to Happy All Night for the follow. I really do appreciate it. So, yep, that's the upcoming streams, Monday, Friday, Saturday. If for any reason my streaming schedule should change, then I'll announce it on social media, which currently means X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, and Meta Threads, and I will also let you know on our Discord server. So once again, thank you for joining me, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate the lurkers, and I really appreciate the people that talk to me. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night.